On the 24-degree banking. Here's Mark Martin in car number 6. Last time a driver won from a pole in this event, 1982. Harry Gant. Only 4 others have done it. Lorenzen in 65, Foxback in 68, Silver Fox in 74, and Darrell in 81. Oldsmobile pace car pulls in, field coming down. We're set for a start. Rain is down, and on the approach to turn 1, Mark Martin scoots out in front. Boy, that front row gets some distance. 1 car spinning out of turn 2. Waltrip in trouble. Got a second car that tried to do some avoidance and got in trouble, but it was Darrell Waltrip that got loose as they raced back to the line to complete lap number 1. Give it to Martin. Maybe Allison second, Littleton third, Bodine fourth. A spin in turn 2 on the very first lap.
Winston Cup racing on this Sunday afternoon here in the Brushy Mountains, and it is absolutely beautiful here weather-wise. The crowd is on its feet cheering the start of the race. The green flag is out, and here we go. Jeff Bodine spinning, so is Ernie Irvan here in the opening lap. And Mark Martin tags Jeff Bodine hard, and there is a fire burning at the back of Mark Martin's car. This incident in turn number 4, Jeff Bodine getting sideways and then was collected by several others, and quite a fire, it appears, burning on the racetrack itself.
It's just a racetrack itself. There's not a car there. All the cars have left except Mark Martin, and we can see just how much damage that Mark has to the right side of that car.
Piece is still flying off of it. Boy, there is a tremendous amount.
Here at Daytona. Now the pace car is off the track, and the field is being led down by Ernie Irvan. And we should be getting a start to this 400-mile race. There it is. We're underway.
Talladega, when these cars stayed 2 abreast for about 3 or 4 laps, I don't think we'll see this in Daytona.
Probably not. In fact, they got 3 abreast there early in the race and stayed that way for a long time too, but you probably will not see that. This track is not as wide as Talladega for one thing, but
oh, a car spinning.
Already a crash up in turn number 2. Car up against the wall. Everybody else gets by okay, but it is Jimmy Hensley in car number 7 who has made contact with the wall. The family channel for Thunderbird is against the wall in turn number 2 as the rest of the field comes down to the caution flag. Well, that didn't take long.
Sure didn't. Here, Ernie Irvan trying to win the race. And look at Kyle Petty on the outside.
Dale Earnhardt trying to beat Kyle Petty to the line here, and he might just do it. In fact, he did.
They come across Irvan, Earnhardt, and Petty, and they are slowed already. The pace car is on the track in turn number 1. And the Jimmy Hensley car is still in turn number 2.
What a tough break for him.
Just a bit as we get ready for a start here at Dover Downs. 500 of the toughest miles anywhere in auto racing are set to begin. Chevy versus Ford on the front row. Harry Gant drops down low right there mid-pack at about the 6th row. Earnhardt behind him gets a good move. And the front 3 are single file coming off the corner. Rick Wilson up high really shook the car coming off of turn 2. And a crash in the back straightaway. Darrell Waltrip goes spinning, sliding. 1 car dives to the apron to miss him. And Dave Marcus is in the wall along with Bob Schacht. Oh, what a tough break for Marcus. Southeast Technical Group, his primary sponsor today. There's Jimmy Means, who was involved in it.
Darrell Waltrip just come by. He didn't hurt his car at all. He was up to full speed.
Get to run the engine for a green flag start, so they gave him an extra lap, but we'll get green this time by. Bob?
Yes, the pace car is pulling off of the racetrack, and we're set to go for 400 laps here at North Wilkesboro and the Tyson Holly Farms 400. The green is out. Oh, and problems here at the very beginning. Jeff Gordon and Jerry Shepard Jeff Bodine is also involved. Also,
Derek Cope, but he backs up and pulls away. And Lake Speed was involved a little farther down the racetrack.
Boy, we have got nearly a blocked racetrack here on the front stretch. The field comes down and takes the caution flag, but boy, we have some very badly damaged race cars. Those three that you see there, Jeff Gordon, Jeff Bodine, and Morgan Shepherd, very badly tore up. Here's John Kernan.
Bob, it happened right in front of me as they came to the green flag. Mark Martin apparently did not get up to speed fast enough. Bill Elliott hit him from behind, and he had to get on the brakes really quickly.
Richter and Roger Penske himself out here till 1:30 in the morning, working up in that portion of the track. Trying their best to get it race ready. We're away. We're watching it live. There goes Wallace diving to the inside. 3 wide. Going to turn number 1 on lap number 1. Welcome to Michigan. Straight away. Bodine bangs Allen. It's Bodine on the outside. They slap the little tank.
Now Jeff Bodine has a decision to make before he gets into turn 3. He'd like to get down in single file. He's doing it right there.
Terry Lamotti, who's had such a great year in that number 5, that yellow car. And look, one car already high.
Yeah, that is Jeff Purvis, one of the rookie drivers.
One car spinning, headed for the wall. That looks like Jimmy Hensley.
It is Jimmy Hensley in the car number 55. Had a good qualifying run here, unfortunately. He spun out. Don't see any damage on the right side of his car.
Loy Allen has just completed the first lap he's ever led in his career as they came to the line. No one up there to take it away from him.
Even though this is his 3rd pole of the 1994 season, it's the first time that he has led.
Michigan International Speedway. We're glad you could join us. There's the green and we're underway. There is Dexter's car. There's some damage on the right front corner. He's trying to make it, however, back to the pit area. It is still moving. There are other cars, however, at the bottom of the racetrack over by turn 2 that have not yet restarted. Let's take a look at it once again as they came down for the green flag to begin our race here this afternoon.
Of course, they were all running side by side as they got the green flag, and even as they went into turn 1. See a couple of them get 3 abreast as they go into the turn back in the pack. And there's Morgan Shepherd dipping way down to the inside on the left side of your screen. Let's see if anything happens there.
There's Billy Standridge in the 47 car. He gets tagged just a little bit by Derek Cope, and both those cars spin. Cope goes around, Standridge goes around. Jeff Burton comes along, catches the Standridge car. He goes up the racetrack. Lake Speed barely gets by. And look at that. Is that?
I believe that's Bobby Hillen, isn't it, in car 44? The car got up on its side. It did not go over, but it did slide along on its side for
here. After problems, we'll tell you a little bit more about it later as we get ready for the green flag.
Ernie Irvin is on the flag stand for the wave of the green flag. There it is, and the Purolator 500 is underway.
And a crash. Mike Wallace in the inside wall. The right rear tire is down.
Didn't even get to the start-finish line, and our first caution waves here on the speedway. Mike Wallace's car rather badly damaged, Benny.
And under NASCAR rules, these cars are really racing back to the start-finish line.
Looks like it will be Dale Earnhardt who leads them around, and he will lead for the 25th race here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. He has now led for every race that has been run in the NASCAR Winston Cup Series this year.
Okay, out of 4, down for the first time. Crowd up, standing on its feet. We're ready to go. Winston Cup Racing. Pace car speed today about 60 miles an hour. Pit road speed will be 55. Field coming down. Jarrett and Gordon lined up, and it is Dale Jarrett through the gears and jumping out in front.
Well, you can see everybody trying to get in single file right at the first of the race. There's a lot of debris on the racetrack, a lot of sand. Trouble. Turn 1.
Big crash in the center of the field. collecting 2-3 cars as they broke away that have really been hammered. Several others involved.
Caution is out, but Jarrett and Gordon want to win the first lap, lead the first lap here at the Texas Motor Speedway, but the caution is out, so they won't race that hard. They know that there's trouble down in turn 1, so Jarrett will lead.
Well, you saw Morgan Shepherd's number 1 wrecked. You saw the car of Darrell Waldrop, the number 17. It was 14th in points. There's the number 37 hobbling around the track in second career pole, 7th for Chevrolet in 97.
Green flag, green flag.
Got a green. Five wide. On the high bank in turn 1. Nemechek pushes it up in front by 2 lengths.
Boy, oh boy, you can see Wally Dollar back up front as you ride along here in the outside battery car of Jeff Burton. As they go down into turn 3, you can see Kenny Wallace there in the 81 as they head into the tunnel turn.
Oh, we've got trouble. That is Waltrip in trouble. Spin back underway. Yellow is out. They're going to have caution. Trouble on the tunnel turn. The second turn. Collect them back up and keep going. Yellow is out as they come to the stripe. With Nemechek across the line, followed by Gollenbach, Jarrett, Gordon, Ernie Irvin, Earnhardt.
Feels flat when you're running 200 miles an hour down the straightaway into the corners.
Field up to wave them off. The crowd just ready to see this start. Here we are coming to the line. Bodine brings them down. Beautiful start.
Oh, we have trouble on the front straightaway before the green even gets out.
Good. Strickland is around, and so is Ernie Irvin. Right on the start. Somebody had trouble up through the gears. They're clearing. They're away, and the race is on. Caution is out. Yellow coming down, racing back to the line. It's Bodine hustling on the inside to make sure he's still going to start up front. Lap complete, Bodine first, Labonte second, and then Mark Martin right there in third spot. Gordon in fourth. They blow him at the end of 1. A look-see at what happened. Happens back around Strickland and the car directly behind him. I wouldn't be surprised if that was Jeremy Mayfield who got a piece of that. His front end may be gone.
What happens there?
The cars are now, but here at Talladega, it's way down through the tri-oval. We invite you to sit back and enjoy the 2000 Diehard 500 from Talladega Superspeedway. The flag is out. And big puff of smoke from Dale Earnhardt Jr.
I believe he has burned a piston on the parade lap.
Looks like he's got a right front flat, man. Looks like he's got a right front flat tire.
Tough look. Wow. Leading candidate for the Rebestos Rookie of the Year honors. Leading the point standings going in. There's his crew chief, Tony Eury, and the caution is out already.
But these cars are racing back to the line, and you're right, Ray, the right front tire's gone flat.
Some sparks coming out from the right front area of the race car. The field will come down to take the caution flag. Down to Bill Weber.
Okay, there was some speculation he may have run into someone, but Earnhardt said he did not hit anyone. It's a flat right front. So the caution is out. He's going to try and get back to pit road. This will really string out the field, and Earnhardt will have to limp all the way back to his pit stall. He has the #1 pit stall on pit road.
Pace car is in. Green flag, we're racing. Steve Park dropped right in single file, but Tony Stewart challenged Ricky Rudd and moves up to third.
Oh, we got trouble already.
3 cars, 4 cars.
It's Dale Jr.
Earnhardt Jr. with Jimmy Spencer, Kenny Wallace, and Mike Wallace. And it is Earnhardt Jr.'s car who comes to rest against the outside wall at turn 4.
This cannot be happening to that young man.
Kenny Wallace goes to the garage. Mike Wallace to pit road. And from the last lap of last Sunday to the first lap of this.
He seems to be composed, though, Mike. He's talking to his crew, and I'm sure he's...
Is in your town. We're set for the green flag and the inaugural Winston Cup event at the Kansas Speedway. Oh, trouble, turn 1. Casey Atwood spins.
Ricky Craven has spun.
Andretti damaged. Yellow-nosed car. Benny, you talked about it at the very beginning of our pre-race show. The race was going to be the race to get to the bottom in turn 1 on lap 1.
And here we've got the 5th place starter spinning at John Andretti. I know they had high hopes for that STP, the 43 car today. Oh, man. And Ricky Craven talked to Cal Wells just a few minutes ago. He said, today could be our day.
We're going to have fun watching. 393 laps to make up the 400 miles. Kenny Wallace leads the field to the green. Trouble, turn 1. One car is spun. It's Kyle Petty. He's been collected by Bill Elliott.
I think that's the magic he was looking for.
He turned him around. The 8 car just drove it in there and turned him around.
Well, there's the spotter's idea of what happened. And Kyle's view as he tries to get it fired. Listen to him trying to start it.
He just got lapped.
How frustrating is that?
We are set to go. The rain is held off. The crowd is on its feet. 200 laps, 500 miles here at Pocono. Let's get them started.
Green.
Here they go. 3, 4 wide, just like you said, Walt.
Yep, now so you're going to get through. You want to be down on the bottom, I think, going through one on the first lap. You certainly don't want to make it 3 wide, but everybody looks like they're behave themselves so far anyway, but you still got to get through 2 and 3 on the first lap.
Ricky Rudd gets the jump. He's the early leader. Oh, trouble! Steve Park is off into the infield. Another car involved. Over on his lid, it's Parkindale Jr. Terrible crash.
Man, Steve Park's car just turned dead left when he came off turn 2. Junior's running to see his teammate and see if he's okay.
And getting off into that wet grass wasn't going to do anything to slow those cars down. Caution is out. Ricky Rudd will lead the field back to the yellow.